Good evening. Thank you for joining me. My name is Juliana Van Lannen, and as you are aware, tonight we're here to discuss breast cancer and the importance of receiving yearly mammogram screenings. The American Cancer Society reports that nearly 232,340 new cases of invasive breast cancer were reported thus far in 2013. Another 64,640 cases of non-invasive breast cancer were also reported, and 39,620 women have died in the year 2013 alone from this tragic disease. These statistics are alarming. Breast cancer falls just slightly behind lung cancer as the leading cause of death amongst women. Although mammograms do not have the ability to prevent breast cancer, they can help save your life by means of early detection. Breastcancer.org reports that mammograms have been able to lower the risk of breast cancer nearly 35% in women over the age of 50. I've witnessed firsthand the sadness and fear associated with breast cancer. Both of my parents' mothers are breast cancer survivors. They have made me passionate about mammogram screening because I know that the reason they are alive today is because they were proactive in receiving yearly mammograms. My goal today is going to be to provide you with facts about your risk associated with not receiving a yearly mammogram. I'm also going to give you a step-by-step description of what you can expect come your first mammogram visit. And ultimately, I hope that I do persuade you to make sure that receiving a yearly mammogram is extremely important in your life. I want to direct your attention over to the photo. Now, generally speaking, the age of 40 is going to be the beginning of your mammogram yearly screenings. That's not always true. Sometimes doctors may encourage you to get yearly screenings previously in previous years of your life. I myself received my first mammogram at the age of 26 due to my extensive family history of breast cancer. If you have felt any abnormal lump or mass in an at-home breast test, or even with your gynecologist, you may also be asked to get a mammogram earlier on than 40. Now, what you're going to see when you walk into a mammogram room is a machine that looks exactly like this. This is going to be the machine that actually takes the x-ray of your breast. When you do arrive at your doctor's appointment, you're going to be asked to undress from the waist up. I'm going to direct your attention to the next photo I have. You're then going to be asked to place your breast into two plates. Now, if you do find a mammogram office where the plates are padded, continue to go to that one because it's going to make it a whole lot more comfortable during your exam. If you do have any anxiety or if you're sensitive, you may want to take an Advil, Tylenol, ibuprofen, whatever you prefer, about an hour beforehand. And make sure that if you're expecting your menstrual cycle, give yourself at least a week beforehand or a week after. That way you don't have any extra sensitivity. So once in front of the mammogram machine, your breast is going to be placed in between the two plates, as you can see on the photo. You're going to be urged to stand as close as possible. That's to make sure that all of the breast tissue is in the x-ray photo. This process will generally take about 10 to 15 seconds for the actual compressing. And the procedure is going to be repeated a total of 4 times, both a horizontal and vertical picture of both breasts. The entire procedure won't last more than 10 minutes, so it's not going to take up a lot of your time. Once it's done, it's done. After the x-rays are finished, your doctor will then be given a 3D view of your entire breast. Now, we all know doctors can take a little while to get back to us with results, so don't expect to hear anything for at least another week. Generally, your doctor will either call you with the results or ask you to come in. Hopefully, they say everything is fine and you won't have to be seen again for another year. But if there are any abnormalities on the x-ray, don't be alarmed. It could be simply a cyst or a benign tumor, so you will be asked to do an ultrasound of the breast or a biopsy. Now, early detection by way of mammography can truly be the difference between life or death. BJC Healthcare reports that mammograms find nearly 85 to 90% of all breast cancer. They also go on to say that mammograms can detect breast cancer 2 years before any lump or mass may be felt. Clearly, you can see the importance of receiving a yearly mammogram. I hope the information I've presented you with this evening has lessened any unnecessary anxiety you may have been feeling about receiving your first mammogram. And I hope it's also made you aware of the importance of receiving a yearly mammogram. I just want to leave you with some last statistics so that you do really understand the importance of a yearly mammogram. BJC Healthcare reports that the risk of contracting breast cancer at the age of 50 is 1 in 50. That risk goes up to 1 in 24 at the age of 65. And in a woman's overall lifespan, your risk of receiving breast cancer is 1 in 8. You can see that the odds are definitely stacked against us. Taking these steps for early detection can truly save your life. I encourage each and every one of you to make sure that you take every chance possible to not end up being another statistic. Please do a monthly self-breast exam in home, and please go speak to your doctor about setting up an appointment for your yearly mammogram or asking when he thinks is the best time for you to start your yearly mammogram screenings. Thank you for joining me this evening. Have a wonderful night.